One of the most common mistakes that I see new project managers make is saying yes to everything that their client asks for. As project managers, our responsibility is to ensure that our clients' expectations are managed. And that is something that involves balancing what they are asking for with what can actually be done in reality. I work primarily with software development teams. And so, what that means is that as we're going along in projects, it's common for a customer to have a change in their business process, have a change in the way that they work. And so, the software that we are building for them may need to change to adapt to that. So, change requests are something that are regular, are normal, are to be expected. And so, in order for me to properly manage their expectations, I need to do two primary things. One is to understand the why behind that change. Sometimes it's the case that when what they're asking for is not actually what they need. It could be the case that there's a training issue on the features that they do have, and that if we train them properly, if we refresh their memories in some cases of what those features are, that they may not actually need that change. And so that can be fulfilled in another way. The other action that I need to take is to talk with my project team. Before I say yes and commit to anything with the customer, I need to talk to my project team to understand how is this change that's being requested going to affect the scope, the schedule, the budget, and any other project variables that could be affected by the change. From there, I want to bring that information to the customer, share with them what those impacts are going to be, and allow them to make the decision of how they want to proceed forward. Not taking the time to get the context of the projects that you are managing can set you up for failure. I, again, work with software development teams. So I need to understand something. I need to understand the context of what I'm working with. And so in my case, that's the software development lifecycle. If you're working in construction, you need to understand what it means to take a project from inception to completion within the space of construction. Project management, I've said this before, it exists in every industry that there are projects. And so what that means is you need to understand for your particular industry how you can get a project from start to finish. A key deliverable from a project manager is going to be the schedule or the timeline. What is important about sharing this information is knowing the audience of who you are talking to. When you're speaking to your project team, you likely need to get very detailed in terms of what you're talking about in that timeline. If you are speaking to executives, however, then you more than likely should stay at the summary level and talk about the progress towards milestones. So you want to ensure that when you have your timeline, it is made digestible in terms of your audience. Finally, having meetings for meetings' sake. This is not something that is exclusive to project management, but it comes up in our space quite a bit because it is how we tend to get our work done is through meetings. Now, it's not the only way to get our work done. It's not the only way to do that. However, it is a common way for us to complete our work is to bring everyone in a room and to have that conversation versus having 5 individual conversations. Doesn't mean we can't do a mixture of both. But what it does mean is that we need to be very conscientious about when we're bringing our team together, how that time is spent. This is where basic meeting management comes into place, providing a purpose, providing agenda. If there are actions that the team needs to take before coming into the meeting, making sure that that is possible, ensuring that you chose a time that's going to make sense for everyone, that you have prioritized those schedules of those who are required, that you put people who maybe should be aware of the meeting but don't actually have to be there, place them as optional. All these things will help you to have meetings that are more effective and also have meetings that people maybe at most don't mind. I'm not going to say are excited to attend, but don't mind attending and actually will participate in. This was a list of a few mistakes that I have seen project managers make. I have made some of them myself. I have been doing project management for over 10 years now, but I am by no means perfect. Understand that if you have fallen into a couple or all of these pitfalls, that there are ways to overcome it and there are ways to work through it. If you do find that you want one-on-one help, you can book me for coaching. You can also leave a comment below and I'll help you as best as I can in the comments. Keep in mind, there is a character limit, so I'll help as best as I can. Otherwise, definitely book me for a coaching session. You can also sign up for my Introduction to Project Management course. Both my coaching and my course are available through the link in my profile. And you can also follow me here where I share more project management tips.